Good morning, everyone. This is Ayappa Chakilam, Assistant Professor at St. Joseph's Degree and PG College. Today, we'll be talking about payment methods of online advertising.
It's 12 hours.
Good morning, everyone. This is Ayappa Chakilam, Assistant Professor at St. Joseph's Degree and PG College, Hyderabad. Today, we'll be learning about payment methods of online advertising in digital marketing. So, when we talk about the payment methods, there are two types. They are called as the CPM and the CPC. First, let's learn about CPM. CPM is short abbreviation for cost per mile. In internet parlance, we take it as cost per thousand. So, cost per thousand is something where ads which are displayed over the web, take it display ads such as banner ads, pop-up ads, skyscraper ads in various websites, or various ads in the search engines can come under uh, online advertising. That's where CPM can be used. Here, when you're talking about cost per thousand, we're talking about the how the billing is being done to the advertiser by the internet service provider or by the website. So in CPM, the billing calculation is done on the number of impressions the user the user views on the websites. So here I'm not talking about the clicks. We're not talking about if one user is clicking on a particular ad, then it would be recorded as one impression. No, impression is something where a user views a website and he comes across various banner ads. Irrespective of the viewer's eyes are on that ad or not, irrespective if he's clicking on that ad or not, it is taken as one impression. So for such impressions, 1,000 impressions, it would be built in for every 1,000 impressions, multiples of 1,000. So when you tell that CPM of 100 rupees, it means 100 paying 100 rupees for every 1,000 impressions the ad receives. In today's digital market, the average pricing is about $5 to 50,000 for a CPM. So for every thousand, the advertiser has to pay to the service provider. So what are the objectives or what are the features? Why do people use CPM? So one of the main objective why people use CPM is to have a massive reach of their brand, to make sure their brand is being seen by as many people as possible. This can be taken as something as mass marketing in in traditional advertising. As you all know, in mass marketing, irrespective of the target market, irrespective of the segments that we are looking for, CPM mass marketing is targeting each and every member of the society or the country or the particular city that is there. In the same way, CPM, when you want to create want your that particular campaign or product or brand to be reach as many as possible, the best thing that one can go is for a CPM. And definitely it's very much cheaper because as it is calculated for every 1,000 views or impressions, it is cheaper than other modes of advertising. It it uh, next one is driving awareness. CPM helps in driving a awareness about your product. If it tries to create that awareness, that brand building exercise that you always wanted to. As we all know, branding is so much important in marketing. Branding is so much important that the customer would like to take well-known brands. He wants to purchase the brands which are talked by everyone, where he has already used a particular brand. So CPM is used to create a brand engagement. People are talking about your brand. People are viewing your brand. People, when they need of any particular product in the future, they might immediately think about a particular product and they may go and purchase it. So right now, we might at this point, at this juncture, you might be thinking of having you have seen a banner ad of a dark fantasy biscuit. You may really like it. The impression has there is there in your mind. You have created a brand awareness. So next time when you go into a supermarket, instead of thinking as a chocolate biscuit, you might immediately think a dark fantasy biscuit. Let's take in case of services. listings of services where where you've come across a display ad where traveling to Singapore as low as 20,000 per head. And that point of time, you're not at all planning to go for a holiday. So maybe after 9 months, suddenly you're in a mood to go for a holiday with your family, and you come across that particular display ad where you saw about 9 months back, where the Singapore is only for 20,000. So XY company it might be. So what's happening there? You are creating so much awareness of your product. It's not about conversions. This CPM is not about converting your ad. It's about making sure you're creating a lot of brand awareness about your product. It's creating a visibility for small companies, for startups, for who it which is really difficult for them to compete against the bigger brands, bigger established brands, because of the less money that they have, the disposable expenditure they can afford to. What do small companies do? The best platform for them is to go for a CPM, because it helps them to make a name for themselves, where they can make sure the brand is reaching as many people as possible. It can reach lakhs of people just by going for a CPM. You want to create or expand your brand value, or maybe a new and established company wants to advertise about the newly formed product. Already existing company are diversifying into several other products or other fields, so they want the customer to know this company, our company is also into this particular products now. So you want to create a lot of brand visibility around your product. The best thing one can do is go for CPM. Here again, I'm repeating, it's really beneficial for startups where they can try to create awareness and build brand awareness among their customers. Next is build trust. We as consumers, we never purchase products or a brand which we never heard before, isn't it? So the customer or the advertisers or marketers want to build a brand, build trust around their brand, around their product with us. So keeping them hooked to with our products again and again, coming up with different kind of variants of the ads that are there in different ways. You want to build trust among the consumers. For example, let's take off search engine marketing. When you go to Google search and type for a particular product called water purifier, when you're just typing water purifier, if your ad says that this is the best water purifier approved by FDA with some really good interesting keywords, the customers will really get attracted. You might come up with a particular ad of Kent, might say Kent water purifier approved and approved by over 10 lakh families, which means that they have sold over 10 lakh water purifiers, which creates a trust among the consumers, which creates a trust among the viewers. So that is where CPM really helps in building the trust among the customers. And through CPM, we can measure the advertiser can measure how many people have really viewed your advertisements, can really understand how many people have clicked through your advertisements. That is called the CTR, click through rate. Out of the 1,000 impressions that has been there, how many people have clicked on the banner ad, how many viewers have clicked on the Google search ad that you have given. So that is called as a CTR. For example, for 1,000 impressions of an ad that is given by your company, about 80 have clicked on your ad, which means 80 out of 1,000, 8% is your CTR. Better the CPR, the more beneficial for the company, because you not expecting the customer to click on the ads. That's not the primary objective in CPM. The primary objective is to create awareness, the visibility. The ad should be seen by the viewer, that's it. But if the user is clicking on the ad, that means it is like an added bonus for the advertiser. So you want to the advertiser would definitely want to have a higher CTR. So that can be measured, how many people have clicked through your ad. If it's 8% CTR, 80 people have clicked through your ad. And from that 80, how many have actually completed the transaction? That's also important, right? So out of that 80, maybe about 20 have purchased your product through that particular ad that you have given. So that's again a bumper price for the advertiser. So that's how the CPM ads can be measured. It's really helpful, as in any other digital marketing tactics or any other digital marketing tools that are there. CPM can also be measured easily. Next is the CPM. The second type of online advertising we have is CPM. So what is CPM? It is cost per click. In CPM, we talked about the billing is done based on the number of impressions. Here we are talking about billing is being done only when the viewer or the user clicks on a particular ad. So that is CPC. So it's calculated where only when a user clicks on a particular ad, in it might be again a search engine. During the search engine ad, it might be the display ads or the pop-up ads that you see normally come across in various websites, maybe on the desktop version or in the laptop version. Only when the user clicks, advertiser would be charged. So here, as expected, the CPC is expensive than a CPM, and it is calculated on each click. When one clicks on one particular ad, the advertiser would be billed on each one click. Remember, in CPC it was only for 1000, in multiples of thousands. In CPC, in CPM it is multiples of thousand. In CPC it is for every click. So if the campaign generated 1000 clicks at $2 CPC, roughly he has to pay around $2000. So what are the features of CPC? Why should companies should go, advertisers should go for CPC? The main objective is to drive conversions. You are trying to make sure not only to build a brand awareness. The main objective here is you are trying to make sure when the customer clicks on your ad, he's able you are able to make sure he's completing the transaction, he's purchasing a product. That is called a conversion. So how well your ad is there, how good your ad is, how attractive your ad is, how attractive your landing page is. After the customer clicks on your link, it leads to some page, right? Some web page of the advertiser. That is called the landing page. It's not the website. It's landing page is part of a website of a company. So how good is the landing page, how attractive it is, how easy it is, how beneficial is for the customer. When he's viewing it, he's going to purchase a transaction. So it helps to drive the conversions. The more motive objective is to convert into a sale. So the number of conversions, the conversion ratio is a term, another term that is used in CPC. Conversion ratio is how many conversions have happened among all the visits that have taken place. If the total number of web visits are 1000 and there are about 150 conversions that have happened, that means about 1000 people who have come to the landing page, only 150 have completed the transaction, have purchased that product, or utilized that service from that advertiser. That means 15% is the conversion ratio here. So that's how CPC works. It helps to drive conversion. Pay only for the visits received. Here we are paying only for the visits that we are receiving in there, but in other models like in CPM, only for the impressions. While working on the CPM model, if a user is only concentrating only on the content of the page, has not concentrated on the ads, because he immediately realizes this is an ad. In subconscious mind, many of the users might not even see the ad, because they will see only the content that is there. You are browsing something on your mobile, an article in your mobile, and between you see so many ads coming up, banner ads. Your eye subconsciously will go to only to the text. It will just jump to the text, and again it will not at all see what the ad is there. Again, come to the next one. So many a time what happens is advertisers pay unnecessarily for during the CPM strategy. That doesn't happen in CPC. The user himself wantedly will click on the ad because that ad has interested him. That means you are hitting the right spot. That means you are hitting or targeting only the customers who are in need of your product. So that's how you are paying only for the visits that are receiving. Performance of the ad. Performance of the ad will help you understand. It gives a complete information about what's happening. What is the CTR? What is the conversion ratio? How many people have stayed onto your website for how many seconds, for how many minutes? How many people have uh, shared your website to in other social media, to their friends, to in their particular social media accounts? Everything can be recorded, and the performance of the ads can be judged. In one particular campaign, you might be having different kind of ads in your particular ad campaign. Let's say in case of airlines, SpiceJet might give display ads. The same display ad wouldn't run to everyone. It depends upon the location, it depends upon the age, which what is the age, what is the gender, what is the location, where is he living, depending upon his past browsing history. Depending upon the analytics will choose what ad should be shown to the customer. If SpiceJet wants to advertise to two separate individuals, one individual who frequently travels all over India, so he might be bombarded with messages from SpiceJet saying that fly from Hyderabad to Delhi for as low as 1,500. For some, for the second customer, he travels a lot internationally for holidays. For them, FlyJet advertisement saying fly from Hyderabad to Dubai just for 12,000. Fly from Hyderabad to maybe for maybe Bali just about 20,000. So the ads can differ from one person to another person, from user for different users. It provides really good optimization results. It's very easy to know if an ad is working or not and correct the course in real time. Where you see a particular campaign it's not working well, you've seen a particular campaign, a particular ad that is there that has not generated several clicks for the next 3 or 4 days. What happens if your ad is not working for the first 3 days? What you do, you shut up that campaign, you shut up that image text ad that you have given and come up with a new one. As simple as that. There's not much time involved, there's not much cost involved, and it's really flexible and really quick to change from one image to another image. So you can create various variants of the ad as it's given here, and each ad and compare them to see which one works the best. And in future course of action, only the best advertisements can be taken forward. In search engines, you might come up with various keywords. So, what are the best keywords that you can use in a particular Google search? The earlier example of water purifier, if the customer is just typing water purifier and searching for the results, you might include various keywords such as best water purifier, most durable water purifier that is preferred by, as I said, 10 lakh families. You can come up with so many things, so many keywords, because you really do not know what are the customers typing in what keywords are they typing in the Google search. Many a time we see in the Google trends coming up different ways people try to search in the Google. The English goes for a harakiri when we search in Google, isn't it? We as you, when we try to go for Google, we do not try to see the vocabulary there. We only try to see. We just want to get the results. So I just water purifier again. I remember best. I just the water purifier best. That's it. The Google will pick up the keywords and give us the results there. So to come up, so in search engine also you can come up with various variants, different keywords, what are the users are really typing, and check it out. And ad reads the right audience. The same example of search engine. So one customer might type in the best water purifier. Another customer might type in cheapest water purifier. Another customer might type in what water purifier home delivery. So the needs are different for many customers, for many viewers. So choosing the right audience is the best in terms of CPC. You can choose the right audience when you're going for CPC, because when you enter the keyword home delivery, if you're having home delivery services, you can have an ad saying that water purifier home delivery, and demo would be definitely be done at home. So what in what ways you are able to reach the right audience? Only the particular target market. In that particular ad of SpiceJet, one particular user doesn't have any history of traveling in flights. So what's happening? Is it good? Is it good to bombard him with the flight ads? Definitely no, because nowadays with Google Analytics, everything that we are searching everywhere is being recorded in the cloud, and that through that we're getting various ads in our app, social media, in the websites when we browse. So choose the right audience, right target market, right segment, then definitely it's beneficial for you. So only the users who have interest in that particular ad will be using it. It improves the results of the ad since the user is part of the largest audience is more likely to click. So only the people who are interested in that ad will be clicking on it. So definitely what happens, your return on investment will increase. Your expenditure on the digital marketing will come down because you are concentrating only those on your target market. You're not concentrating the others, that particular target market who has interest in your products or interest in your services. You can decide where and at what times. You can easily decide which ad should be placed at what time on which day. Example, let's take the case of OTT platforms that are trending nowadays. Talk about Amazon Prime Video, talk about Netflix, talk about Hotstar. These are the OTT platforms, over the top platforms as we call them. Here, when you talk about Netflix wants to advertise, wants to go for CPC. Netflix might think during the weekdays most of the viewers are busy with their work. They do not have time to watch the web series or a movie that has just released on Netflix. So Netflix might think, okay, I'll not come up with my ad during the weekdays, but only during the weekdays when the viewers are free and want to kill the time, just come up. They want to pass the time or spend the time by seeing something. So what can they do? Netflix do? I'll place my ads only during the weekends. Only to the during the weekends between the age group of 25 to 40, because that is the age group that is meant on workforce. For the age group of 16 to 24, I might give my ad all through the week, because 16 to 24 might be the age group who are studying education. Students might watch any show anytime according to the wish. So depending upon the age, depending upon the income, the occupation, you can rightly pace your CPC ads at different time at different places. So where can you see CPC ads? You can see on search engine websites like Google, Yahoo, Bing. Nowadays, you see DuckDuckGo. Then CPC ads on social networks. You know what are social networks? Everywhere. And CPC ads on display. That is the various websites. Display ads, pop-up ads that we see everywhere, the banner ads. So what are the types of CPC? There are mainly two types. First one is the flat rate or the formula based. As I said you earlier, just on the number of clicks. Each click is this price. The number of clicks, chalo, the advertiser has to pay this. But that's a simple one. I need not explain more about it. The next one is bid based. Bid based is something where it is more complex. Bid based is something where you are bidding for a particular users to make sure your ad is better placed than your competitors, because definitely every website and all the that is there is very much limited. So website would want to earn as much income as possible. So what will they see? They would give the advertisements, place advertisements of those bids who are the highest, isn't it? So that is called a bid based advertising. But that is more complex. It's not something where the highest bid would get the has the higher chance, where a particular variable called as quality score comes into effect. So here I've taken the example of four advertisers. You can see the four advertisers that are there. The four bidding amounts for four advertisers are 2, 4, 6, and 8. And there's a particular third column you can see that is a quality score. For advertiser 1, it is 10, followed by 4, 2, and 1. And ad rank is nothing but the rank that is given where you multiply the max bid with the quality score. 2 into 10 is 20 is the ad rank. So you can see the ad rank of various advertisers here. So how do you calculate the actual CPC? So this is not the CPC for the company in the bid-based CPC platform. So what is the actual CPC? This is the formula. The ad rank of the person below you, the next bidder, that is 16 for advertiser. 16 by your quality score, that is 1.6 plus 1 cent. So the actual CPC would only be $1.61. Here you can see, even if the bid amount is less and the quality score is really good, what's happening? He's getting a more preference than the person who has bid for $8. The CPC is high because the quality score of him is very less. So we have the biggest doubt now. So what is this quality score that is affecting our bid amounts? It's affecting our costing. So quality score is the ad relevance plus the user experience. So what is ad relevance? The relevance of the ad to that particular user you are doing. As I said, you CPC is all about targeting your target market. So which target market are you placing your ad? That particular ad is relevant to the website where you are coming up with that ad. Example, if you're coming up with a particular luxury car advertisement in a kids website, kids entertainment website, would that work out? Not definitely. You might come up with a luxury car advertisement display ad maybe in the news websites, English news websites, or maybe in CNBC TV 18, a stock brokerage service that is there. They should place the ad in CNBC TV 18 because they are interested in uh, uh, trading in the secondary market. That is where the ad relevance comes in. And what happens, and another one is the keyword, how well the keywords are placed with that particular ad. Google search ads that are there, to come up with really good keywords at matching. As I told you, any customers can type in different kind of keywords, we really do not know. So when customer types in what keyword, you are coming up with an ad, really nice ad that is relevant to the search that is given. So that Google will take it in. And also the URL. What is the URL? The landing page. The landing page significance. You are clicking on a particular display banner ad in a website that will lead to a particular landing page. What is a landing page? Landing page is a web page, part of the company's website, but it's not the actual website of the company. It's not the home page. Here again, I'll take the example of the earlier example of SpiceJet. So when I've taken the example of SpiceJet, when it talks about a SpiceJet from Hyderabad, the ad says, the banner ad says Hyderabad to Delhi for 1,500. The user clicks on that ad. Where does it lead to? If it leads to the homepage of spicejet.com, then you are gone. The user is going to immediately close the website. The landing page should be in such a way there where it shows the point of the boarding airport is Hyderabad, destination is Delhi, and you said a promised 1,500. So you should show a date. As you know, the flights are always flexible, have flexible pricing. So the result should show on which date is 1,500 there. So it might be after 3 or 4 months, but you should show right from now, it's after 3 or 4 months, but you show the exact date where the price is showing us 1,500, because you're showing something you promise on 1,500 and the landing page has Hyderabad to Delhi, but the price around 5,000, because the date selected automatically there is about after 15 days. The customer is losing trust. So what you want to do, make sure your landing page is exactly as it mentioned in the ad. Is the relevant to the ad that is given there. And even if it shows about spicejet.com, the user doesn't have the patience to write again the boarding Hyderabad, destination is Delhi, and then type in the date and check what are the prices. So it's always better to have a really good impressive landing page where the viewer is getting attracted, and it's very much relevant to the ad that you are giving. So what is the quality score? As I told you that it's ad relevance plus performance, web experience. That, yes. Another one I want to tell is user experience. How good the experiences of the customer after coming onto the landing page. How many minutes he's spending on that website. Is it seconds or minutes, or did he sign up to that particular website or completed a transaction? So what is the overall experience of the user in there? So quality score is the rating of the quality and the relevance of both the network and the keywords and also the PPC ads. It determines your cost per click and multiplied by maximum bid to determine your ad rank that I explained you in the earlier slide. It also talks about the click-through rate, the relevance of each keyword to its ads group. These are the factors that uh, quality score depends on. Landing page quality and the relevance, spiced example that I've given. The relevance of the ad text. What is the relevance of the ad text according to the website or the keyword search that user has entered? Your historical Google Ads account performance. So what is that advertisers Google Ads performance till that point of time? What has been the history, how has been the click-through rate, how has been the CTR, how much how much expenditure is that particular company is ready to spend on the particular campaign. Everything will be taken into consideration. So you might have a doubt, how will the company know how what is the quality score? No, they might know what is the quality score, but they do not know which factor weighs more, which factor weighs less. That is completely taken in by Google and they do not reveal it, and it's calculated by Google Analytics. It's not calculated by any human being. But the most important component out of all of them is the click-through rate. When more people who see your ad, there's a strong indication that Google your ads are relevant. One thing can be said easily is that when more people are clicking your ad, that is the click-through rate is really good. Out of the 1,000 clicks, out of the 1,000 impressions that are there, the click-through rate is an astonishing 700. That means your quality score is going to be really good because it's a greater chance that everyone is clicking on your products, and you have higher ad rankings and lower costs. So benefits of improving the Google quality score. The first best benefit is where you can improve your rate or return on investments. Your ROI increases considerably when you are going for having a really good Google quality score. Strong quality scores lower both your cost per click and also your cost per conversion. And you can see in this particular chart, if the Google benchmark is 5, what happens if the quality score increases? Whatever you have bid, the advertiser does bid, it will get really nice discounts from Google. And if your quality score is less, what happens? You tend to pay more. You can tend to pay more than your bid amount. So quality is building the quality score is not only for you to make sure your expenditure is coming down, but also it's helping you make sure helping you make better conversions. It's making you the lead is getting converted into a sale easily by having a really good quality score. So companies would thrive, sit with the digital marketing experts and make sure their quality score is improving. It's coming up with really good thing because Google also tells that if you're having a really good quality score, there's a greater chance your campaign is going to be successful. It's for the company's benefit, advertisers' benefits, they are coming up with quality score. So how can one increase the quality score? They can do a lot of research with the keywords, come up with really, because we really do not know what the users are searching. As I told you, in case of search engine marketing that is there, we really do not know what keyword that they keep on. As I told you, home delivery of Aquaguard. Some might type in 10 years warranty Aquaguard. So if my particular product is having 10 years warranty, I can do a lot of keyword research, try to understand what the customers are looking for in the product or the service. If I'm looking for not a regular tour package, but a customized travel package, that where I can customize where do I want to go after going to a destination. So I might enter customized touring travel package to Singapore. So in my company, I've taken that particular keyword as customized and and try to stressing on that. So that particular will definitely click on customized travel package. After my ad, after advertiser ad, they might be a make my trip instead of make my trip, because if the make my trip ad doesn't have customized, my ad is having customized, the customer will immediately click on that particular ad. Refining the ad text, try to make sure you are refining the ad text and that is really relevant, that is really good. And optimizing the landing pages, as I told you, make sure your landing page is very much relevant to your particular ad that you're giving. It's really attractive. It should be really attractive, really appealing, where the customers are not leaving your website and on the first instance itself. As the adage goes, first impression is the best impression. When someone is clicking on the ad landing page, the first impression that you create, that generate, it should make sure the customer is buying it. Nowadays, you see many startups on the landing page. What does the ad pop up with? On the landing page itself, we have sign up and get 20% on the first purchase. So why do we get that? Because they are trying to impress us, appeal us. Now, what do I do? I enter my email ID. What's happening? I am a registered user for the company now. So that conversion is done. Even the sale is not happening. I'm a registered user. I've given my email ID. Now, what would they do? They'll be bombarding with their newsletters. So that's how make sure landing pages are really good, really attractive. And after sign-in is done, you might get a coupon code for 20%. You might make the first purchase. So that's how it works. How well are you coming up with really cool, innovative, unique landing pages that are really attractive and appealing for the customers to go and immediately buy? Adding negative keywords, make sure the keywords that you're doing it in, you work in a reverse format where you can add negative keywords also, whereby you are trying to come up with comparing the products with the others. One particular keyword might be like, best than the other water purifier products. So whatever negative, you can also go for negative keywords and make sure that you're coming up with a relevant ad text so that you are increasing your Google Ads quality score. Two examples that are given here. Company A campaign, 100 rupees for one click, 1000 impressions, 400 have clicked. So the conversion, the CTR is 40%, click through rate is 40%. So the company should pay 40,000? No. If it's a bid based, if there's a good quality score, it might come down to 35,000, 30,000, 25,000 if the company has a really good quality score. Next is company B, 300 for one click, 8% is the CTR, 2,400. If the quality score is really high, that percentage, that amount can increase. 2,400 can increase to 3,000 or more also. So that's about CPC and CPC and CPM, the payment modes of online advertising. This is Ayappa Chakilam signing off. Thank you.